Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's Jimmy Dore Show. I am joined in the studio, the author of Morning Remembrance. You know him, you love him. Former writer for The Daily Show. It's Jim Earl. Hey, Jim, how are you?
Hey, Jim, how you doing? Hey, you know, probably the worst thing Squeaky Fromm had to put up with was all that Manson-splaining. Okay, on the
That's a long way to go for a really stupid joke.
No, see, I see what Jim's doing. So now we've been bashing Hillary Clinton a lot on this show, and what he's doing is he's good. It's a little olive branch to that demographic, right? To the people voting for. That's a joke. Squeaky Fromm and Manson. These are 50-year-old jokes, right? So that's what this is.
Are you saying Squeaky Fromm is pro-Hillary?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think that's an endorsement she'd want.
I don't even know who Squeaky. I think I do know who is Squeaky Fromm.
One of the Manson family girls.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yes.
Yeah. She actually is the one who didn't go on the initial trial and then tried to kill President Ford.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was my favorite of all the Manson people. Yeah, it's okay. And is it okay I have earphones? And hey, by the way, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Help support the show, and don't freak out. If we're almost to our goal, we're 61% to our goal at the taping.
Congratulations!
So thanks everybody. We're really we feel great about it. I'm really touched. Honestly, this is important. It's giving me stress. I'm not sleeping well, and I have skin rashes because that's what stress does to me. I get the eczema.
If someone gives to the show, will you send them a Polaroid of your eczema?
If they want, I will.
Okay.
I will. I get the eczema in between my fingers. I get it on my back really bad. I got it when I was writing my book. I'll tell this story. When I was writing my book, it was so stressful to me because I'd never written a book before. And when I say write the book, I mean compile the writings of the people who helped write for the show. And I put stuff around it. And
yeah, I'm sitting here going, it wasn't that hard to write. My part wasn't that hard.
Formatting was a bitch.
You just kind of told me what to write, and I just wrote it, and I sent it to you.
And he sent it to me.
It didn't seem that hard to me.
So anyway, it's a lot more stressful than you'd imagine.
Baskerville or Helvetica?
Exactly.
This is stressful.
So my back was so screwed up that I went to it was really bad, like bleeding and big. It was like my wife made me go to a doctor, so I went and I took off my shirt, and this is literally what the doctor did. He went like this. Oh. And I go, huh? What am I in a Bill Cosby sketch? You're going to say oops next? Swear to God, I said that, and what the doctor said back to me was, no, it's really bad. Like he's trying, that's his excuse. It's really bad. I couldn't help go, oh, you fucking.
You know what's worse? I had a psychologist do that to me.
Really?
I said something to them, and they went, oh, yeah.
Wow.
You're not supposed to ask your therapist on a date.
Oh, okay. To be fair.
I do not. This is turning into a podcast.
My therapist fell asleep on me.
Literally.
Is that true?
Yes.
And is there anything else to this story?
That I felt bad.
Okay.
And sad, and I stopped going to her, especially because she kept calling me Stephanie. And I was like, oh, my name's Stephanie.
Stephanie, I know, it's weird, right? I had my psychiatrist fall asleep on me, too. And my therapist and my social worker. I've had a lot of people fall asleep on me. We got to get mugs. We got to get mugs for the Jimmy Dore Show. Oh, why don't we get mugs?
Hey, don't panic about the mugs.
Don't freak out. Oh, don't freak out.
I'm sorry. I keep saying panic. That's another T-shirt.
That's another T-shirt. Don't panic and freak out. All right, so let's get to the jokes before we get to
Hold on. Who else is
Did
in
I
the
not
studio?
introduce everybody?
No, we stopped with Jim.
Miserable Liberal.
Also here from the Miserable Liberal, it's our resident Latina, Steph Zamorano. Hey, Steph, how are you?
I am terrific, Jimmy.
And recent star of the stage.
And recent star of the stage. Also with us is our resident Japanese man. It's Robert Yasamura. Robert.
Ohio.
Ohio is how we say hello in Japanland. Let's get to the jokes before we get to the jokes, shall we? Donald Trump has a demeaning attitude towards women. I don't know if you know this. This is how this joke starts.
It's a solid premise.
Donald Trump has a demeaning attitude towards women and treats them like second-class citizens. So maybe he really is a Christian after all. Nice. That's nice.
Or, a Muslim or a Jew.
I guess
or
you're right.
pretty much anybody on this planet historically.
Who's super religious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Trump is he's mentioning some Supreme Court picks, and they asked him, and he said Judge Napolitano from Fox News, because he just picks people he knows from television. He said that guy. I'm surprised he didn't say Judge Joe Brown. Well, he's
Judge
black.
Judy.
That wouldn't go well with his base, so he probably would say Judge Judy or somebody like that.
Judge Dredd.
Of Trump's Supreme Court picks, white person and white person seem interesting, but white person is super qualified, as are white person and white person. Those are his picks. Melania, that's Trump's wife's name, is Melania.
Melania.
Am I pronouncing that correctly?
I have no idea.
Milano.
Melania says Trump, he isn't Hitler. But I say, where's the long-form documents to prove it? Am I right? Investigators in Hawaii are discovering incredible things. That's all I'm saying.
They are.
Huh? Come on.
I
Are you
noticed
with
that
me?
they don't post the longer version of that quote. He is not Hitler. I know this because Hitler died.
I know this because Hitler couldn't get it up.
Hitler, which is?
Well, Melania. Wasn't she the one who said that Trump raped her?
No, that was that was Ivanka. It was his first wife, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
Ivanka is his daughter.
But he also wants to have sex with her.
And his daughter's quote today, which was my favorite, was, "He's not a groper."
Oh, no.
When your daughter has to defend you by saying he's not a groper, believe me.
Well, he's not going to grope people in front of you. You're his daughter.
I think he didn't grope her, is what she means, I think. Hey,
And believe me, it clearly took a lot of self-control on his part not to.
Hitler was the worst genocidal murderer in history, and Trump is demanding that Eva Braun be held accountable for his crimes. So I'm going to guess that has something to do with that joke, has to do with that he's holding Hillary accountable for Bill Clinton's dalliances with the, right? I think that's what that joke's referring to. I should maybe set it up better. There are two sides of, because they did that big story on Donald Trump in the New York or whatever paper.
New York Times.
And they talked to some 50 women and, or some high number like that. They interviewed them and they come out. It turns out Trump is shitty to women. And I'm doing an article parallel with the New York Times. It's I interviewed 50 barbers, and they're convinced that Trump has bad hair. These are the kind of stories we're blowing the lid off. Trump shitty with women, bad hair. What else could we do?
Just to be fair to Donald Trump, I got to say, if they had interviewed 50 men, I guarantee they all would have said, no, he was shitty to me too.
Yes.
It just didn't have a sexual connotation.
Right. That's right.
I get all my Trump news from the All Trump channel, MSNBC.
Yes, all Trump all the time.
The Chris Hayes channel.
The Chris Hayes Trump. But listen, there's two sides of Trump's the two sides of Trump's personality were dramatized in Robert Louis Stevenson's The Strange Case of Mr. Hyde and Mr. Hyde. Now, you got to know a little bit about literature to get that joke. And I think, I think my listeners and watchers and my fans, hey, Hillary got 19% of the evangelical vote. Did you know that? 19% of the evangelical vote.
Bless her.
She is a Methodist.
I think she can do better. I mean, she needs to work harder to bring that number down considerably. Yeah, there you go. Hey, did you hear Trump? That came out, Trump used to pretend to be his own publicist, and he would call newspapers. Did you hear about this?
89.
I wonder what the make-believe publicist Trump pretended to be thinks about Hillary's lack of authenticity. The Donald Trump just proves that half this country will vote. They would vote for John Belushi. I mean, half this country, they don't care. They couldn't care less.
Don't bring John Belushi into this. That he deserves 50% of the vote.
I mean, John Belushi's characters from the movies, not John Belushi himself.
Oh, okay.
He was a great man. Let's think. Rodney Dangerfield. I would vote for Rodney Dangerfield.
I would actually vote for Rodney.
Oh boy, look at this guy, huh? I bet you never will. The Trump spokesman who Trump pretended to be was fake, but But the Trump who calls women pigs and wants to bang his daughter, 100% real. 100% real. Yeah.
He's the genuine article.
He is. You know, if Trump is ever caught on a hot mic saying something kind and compassionate, that could sink him. That could sink him. Am I right? Oh, my God. Manos, the Hands of Fate is on TV. Did you know that? Tonight, Torgo is expressing his devotion to the master. And oh, wait, it's just CNN covering Trump.
I don't understand that joke even a little bit.
I don't either. I don't get some of these jokes that I tell, but I trust that they're well written. What's coming up on today's show? We're going to take a look at what happened in Nevada and the fallout afterwards. We're going to take a look at the dean of political reporting in Las Vegas. Turns out dean doesn't mean what I thought it meant. Plus, we got phone calls today from
Ron Paul.
Ron Paul calls in. Barack Obama calls in. Right?
Yes,
And
Mr. Obama does. Yeah.
Mr. Obama calls in, and I'm not sure who else, but we're going to find out. Reince Priebus says about Donald Trump, people just don't care. That's what he says about all the problems. There's a lady who died over the election. I'm not kidding. We're going to talk about that's a real thing. A lady died over the election. Hey, we had a politician decided to tweet out a picture of a screenshot of his laptop, and he didn't close all his tabs. And he didn't close all his tabs. And, what just happened next is hilarious. So we're going to talk about that. Plus, guess what? They have new fake skin. And I'm not kidding. They really have it. They've invented fake skin. And no one's ever going to look old ever again, except at the end of the night when they take off their fake skin. All right. That plus a lot more is coming up on today's Jimmy Dore Show.